Okay.
Chapter 4.
Chapter 4, what?
Java plus program.
Java applet programming.
Okay, great. So am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. So a couple of week we have discussed various topic for uh, the last three chapters, and today we are going to start the new chapter, that is chapter number 4, and we are going to discuss Java applet programming. So I hope that you all have some sort of hand-on experience in working this Eclipse, and we have ex- we have practiced your exercises and we have some experiences. So before I start the session, can anyone tell what is a Java applet? Anyone know what is Java applet? Any idea? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
No idea. Hello? No idea.
No, sir.
Okay, great. So under this topic, we are going to discuss what is applet and applet structure and elements. What are the structure for this applet programming and what are the elements, and the applet method. So we will discuss about applet method and some of the example in this applet. Basically, applet is the kind of class. Applet is a kind of class, you know, Java classes, and the Java classes are organized into what? Into what? Java classes are organized into what? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Packages?
Yes, exactly. So similar classes are organized into packages, and you might heard about API, application program interfaces. So in API there are lot of packages, various kind of packages are comes under these APIs. So likewise, applet also kind of Java class. So like other Java classes, applet also one type of Java class. Applet is just a class like any other classes in Java. We write an applet by extending the class applet. So when you are dealing with this example, we are composing or we are writing the applet program by extending from the Java applet class. So we will use extend. We will use the keyword extend when we are creating or when we are developing Java applet program. So for example, here is an example. Look at this example. Can you able to see this screen?
Sir, something was pop-upping. Please move on this screen like that.
Yeah. I have already. Okay. Now is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now you see, I have highlighted one word. Yeah. Now you see, this is the example for this applet. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes,
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 sir.
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 Okay. This is the sample applet program, and the output for this applet coding is in your right hand side. You see, the related packages. The related packages are imported, and the applet class, basically we are creating a class. So normally when you are creating a class, you will have a piece of code that will start from public class, the class name, class name. So this is the basic idea from our previous example. But when you create a applet program, as you all know, applet is the kind of class. So applet, the applet class is extended from the applet class, extended from the applet class. Here you see the extend keyword is used, extend from applet class. So here you see the applet Java import java.applet.applet. So I'll show you. So what are the hierarchy? What are the root classes for this applet? After that only you can understand. So before that, I just want to highlight here the extend keyword. Okay, I'll come later for this example. Okay. So when we are writing an applet program, we are using the extend from the class applet class. So Java applets are small programs that are run on a page in a web browser. So Java applet programs are small kind of Java program that are run on a web browser. An applet is naturally part of a graphical user interface. So by using applet program, you can create kind of arts, kind of drawing, or kind of string, or kind of what do you call this, text boxes to insert some values. And by creating these text boxes, you can enter some values, and after that you can get some values. So basically this Java applet program is related with the graphical user interface. So object you can create, some animation you can create, some images you can create, some drawings you can create. So basically it is highly linked, or it is a part of graphical user interface. It is a type of graphical component that can be displayed in a window. So this applet output can be displayed in a applet viewer or a web browser. So when you are dealing with this Eclipse, you will get your output for this Java applet program in a applet viewer. Later we will study. So it is a type of graphical component that can be displayed in a window. So for example, applet viewer. Applet structure and elements. Now we are going to discuss the applet structure and the elements. The Java APIs. So API stand for Application Program Interface. API applet class provide what you need to design the appearance and and manage the behavior of an applet. So Java applet API, it provide the design appearance and manage the behavior of an applet. So behavior of an applet. To create an applet, you extend. Previously I saw the keyword extend or subclass. Basically extend means from the superclass we are extending. It means the subclass, the applet class, and implement the appearance and behavior for your applet program. So the extend keyword is used to create your applet program. The applet appearance is created by drawing onto the panel or by attaching other GUI, graphical user interface components, such as push button, scroll bars, or text areas to the panel. So these are some of the attributes or some of the features in the Java applet program. The applet behavior is defined by implementing the method. So by implementing some applet method, the applet behavior can be implemented. I'll come later, a little later, for this example. So now look at this applet family. I mean the family tree of applet. I mean the hierarchy. Java.applet, and a class is the applet class. So the root class, as you all know, the length, java.length.object is the root class. Java dot lang dot object is the root class. This is the root class. And Java dot aw dot component, Java dot aw dot container, Java dot aw dot panel, and Java dot applet dot applet. You see how the family tree is organized for this applet. Lang Java dot lang dot object, Java dot awt dot component, Java dot awt dot container, Java dot awt dot panel, and Java dot applet. See the hierarchy of this applet class. Again, look at this this example. Here, applet class.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you see Java dot applet is the superclass of the all the applet. So Java dot applet is the superclass of the all other applet. So from this is the superclass. From the superclass, other applet classes are created. Applet class has a predefined hierarchy. Applet class has the predefined hierarchy. As we already look at this the hierarchy from the previous slide. Here look at java.lang.object is the root, java.aw.component, the second hierarchy. The third hierarchy is java.aw.container. The fourth hierarchy is java.aw.panel, and the last one is java.applet.applet. From this superclass, other subclasses are created. You got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are some of the methods which are implemented in this applet programming. So public void initialization, init, public void start, public void stop, public void destroy, public void paint. So if you want to draw any lines, if you want to uh, draw any animation, so object, so you will use public void paint. Graphics.g, you will use it. And these are the commonly used, the first 5 methods are the commonly used applet method. And there are some other methods also, these are very rarely used, like public void repaint, public void update, public void show status, public string get parameter. So these are some of the applet method that are rarely used, but the previous the first 5 methods are frequently used applet methods. Okay, look at here. The applet method. In the previous slide, we looked at the type of applet methods, and now we are going to discuss how these methods are called, or how these methods are implemented in a sequential order. Sequential order. First, the first method is initialization, init method, initializations, and next method is start. And when the start method is started, so do some work, so some operations, so do some work, and after that stop that method, stop the method. After that destroy mean close it, close or exit, destroy it. Okay, so do some work and stop, and if they want to do any other work, so or else if they want to update, or if they want to modify, or do any kind of iterations, then from the stop they will start from the start method. So init and destroy are only called once each. So init method and destroy method are called only once. For any applet program, only once these are called, because first initialize, start it, initializations, and destroy mean exit. So only once init and destroy methods are called. start and stop are called whenever the browser enters and leaves the pages. So start and stop methods are called. So as you all know, output of this applet can be viewed in the browser also. So start and stop methods are called whenever the browser enters and leaves the page. When the web browser started and when the web browser closes. Do some work is called code called by your listener. I mean, so if they want to, if you want to do some modifications or any changes or in your coding, so do some work. So it will frequently called the do some work. Paint is called when the applet need to be repainted. So here the paint method is not mentioned. So in the previous slide, I show you different type of applet method there, the paint method also there. So this is how the applet methods are called. Now look at this example. This is one real example for the applet program. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now look at this. So for your applet program, first you want to import the required packages. Import the required packages. So here import is the keyword java.aw.graphics. So the relevant the required package is imported. The first line is import java.aw.graphics. The second line, another package is imported, another required package is imported. So that is import javax.swing.japplet. javax.swing.japplet. So next to these two packages, there you can find the command double slash, and the command is there. So for the first package, import java.aw.graphics, there they mention import class graphics. Graphics packages. Uh, Here you can mention the class or package, because class is the related package consists related classes. So here you can refer or you can give the meaning class or a package. Both are correct here. So import class graphics. Graphics class is imported, or in another word, you may say the graphic package is imported. In the second line, import javax.swing.japplet. Import class japplet. Japplet class is imported, or you may say japplet package is imported. The next one, there the command is there. Import allows us to use predefined classes, allowing us to use applet and graphics in this case. So in this example, the predefined classes are imported for your applet programming. So japplet as well as graphics are imported. The third line, so class, applet class is created. So public class welcome applet is the class name, applet class name. You see the extend, the keyword extend is the keyword japplet. So from the japplet, they are extending for this class. So extend allow us to inherit the capabilities of the japplet. So inherit mean it can borrow. So in simple term, if I want to say, inherit mean it can borrow some functionalities or some attributes or some characteristic from the superclass. So japplet is the superclass. From that japplet superclass, this welcome applet is the subclass, sub applet class. It is inheriting. Inherit mean borrowing some features, some attributes, or some characteristics. So simply, if I want to say, inheriting mean getting some features. So public class welcome applet extend japplet. So welcome applet is the subclass, sub applet class extends from japplet. From the japplet is the super class, super applet class. From the super applet class, it is extending some features. So by using the graphic .g, they are drawing some what do you call these images, some text messages. In this case, they wrote super.paint g. So by using the paint method, they are going to display some messages, so string messages. In this case, see, uh, public void paint graphics g. Graphics is the reserved word to paint, and super dot paint g, previously the g is defined next to this graphics, so they are calling the g super dot paint g. And by using this g dot draw string, g dot draw string, you are going to throw the string value. So within the double quote, you are typing your welcome message, welcome to Java programming. And next to this double quote, you can find two values, 25 and 25. So these are the coordinate, xy coordinate. So can you able to do you know this x coordinate and y coordinate in the x and y axis? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you able to understand? So here you see the x and y coordinate values, so 25 and 25. It means in the applet viewer, this is the applet viewer, the output window. Simply if I want to say the output window, in this output window, the applet viewer, where this particular message should be started to print, so started to display. So as you know, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Y-axis.
Sir.
This is the coordinate. This is the point. This is the point. X and y coordinate. From the x-axis, 25. The value is 25, and from the y-axis, the value is 25. So this is the point in which this particular welcome to Java programming message will be started to print. You got my point? So these are the values you have to define when you are creating this kind of string type of applet program to display your value in the to display your output in the applet viewer or any other output window. So x and y coordinate 25 and 25. So it can be any value like 25, 60, or else 10 to 10, 50, 5, 15. So anything. So here you got my point.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So now I'm going to delete this old drawing, clear all drawings. Okay. So the super dot paint G. As I mentioned earlier, this is kind of method. So in the previous slide, you looked at different kind of method. So now I'm going to bring you all for that slide. There you see the paint method. Public void paint graphics. Public void paint graphics is one kind of method. Can you able to see here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the same method is applied in this example also. So public void paint graphics G. Graphics G. So here for that G, super dot paint G and G dot throw string, welcome to Java programming and their respective coordinate. There you see the method. The method paint is guaranteed to be called in all applet. Its fetch time must be defined as above. So if it is a fetch time, it should be defined as in this example. So like for any your example, if you are using in this paint method, it should be defined like this. Okay, got the idea? This is some. This is one kind of applet, real applet program, and I just explain you the what do you call the elements of this applet program, or else we may say the required packages and the extend keyword and the method used in this applet program. So one anatomy of a applet program. Got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So next we are going to discuss some of the basic structure of an applet, Java applet. So so this is also kind of this is also related with the previous example. So here you see import necessary packages. First, when you are applet program, you will import the required packages. Import java.applet. So here in this example, look at here, import java.applet dot asterisk mark and semicolon. If so, you are importing the whole applet package, the super class applet. So you are importing the applet class. So super class we are importing. Import java.applet the whole. It means inside the applet class there are various kind of applet classes are subclasses may be there. So when you use this import java.applet asterisk semicolon, it means the whole applet class is imported. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, in the second line, import java.awt dot asterisk semicolon. It means you are importing all the graphical user interface related classes, AWT. So inside this AWT, so there are different kind of AWT subclasses. So in this case, you are importing all the AWT related classes. So the next one is the inherit. Inherit means extend the applet class from the class applet. So public class. So this is the keyword public, your class, and the basic applet is the what do you call this applet name, basic applet. It is extending from the applet class. Extend applet. So init method, init call the first time you enter the applet.html page. So public void init initializations and start method, public void start method, stop method, public void stop method. Sorry, the fourth method destroy. So public void destroy. And if you want to paint any messages or if you want to draw anything, so paint method, public void paint graphics G. So G dot draw string hello world. So here one simple example is given. G dot string draw string hello world, and its coordinate is there 0 and 0 is the XY coordinate. Okay, so these are the hierarchy, or these are the arrangement how applet classes are called in the real example. Okay, now I'm going to bring you all for the example. Can you able to see this one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So from this example, find this the first the import java.awt and import java.applet class and import java.awt, import java.lang.meth. So here the mathematics related functionalities are there. So you are importing the meth package also. Import or meth package or meth class, mathematics related class or mathematics related package. Import java.lang.meth. Then the class name in applet class name. public class pro color. So here the class name, I mean the applet name is pro color is the applet name. Extend is the keyword to inherit or to uh, get some features from the superclass, super applet class, applet. So public class pro class, sorry, pro color is the applet name, extend applet. So after that, you are defining variables. Init, sorry, int. Int is the data type, and width and height are what? Width and height are what? Hello? After creating applet class, int, width and height. What is the meaning of this width and height? Hello? Hello?
Variable.
Variable what? If I accurately say variable name,
Variables.
variable name,
We can make.
is it a variable name?
So graphics
No. Int,
imitation.
int width and height is the variable or variable name?
Variable names.
Sorry?
Variable name.
Yes, exactly. So you see, int is the data type. After that, variable name should be there. After that, you will assign after that you will assign some assignment operators, equal, greater than, less than, or not equal. So some assignment operators. After that, you will assign the value. So this is the basic structure of an structure to define the or to declare a variable. So in this case, int is the data type, width and height are the variable name. The third variable is created here. Int is the data type. N is what? N is what?
Variable name.
Variable name. The second one, equal. Equal is what?
Assignment operator.
Assignment operator. 25 is what?
Value.
Value for that variable. Exactly. So this is the full structure to define a variable or to declare a variable. The previous one is the short form. Short form means just the data type and the variable name is there. So they don't have they don't have uh, the assignment operator and the value for that for those two variables. So int n equal 25. 25 is the value for that variable. Again, color spectrum. Color spectrum. So what is spectrum? What is the meaning of this color spectrum? Have you ever heard about this term? Hello? Hello?
Like rainbows. That's color combination.
Color? Like rainbow color? Can we say combination of colors? Can we say combination of colors? Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what does it mean, color spectrum? Hello?
Group of colors.
Group of
Range of
colors, combination of colors. Group of colors or a combination of colors. Okay. So here for your output, you are calling color spectrum. So combination of color you are going to display in your output. Okay. The initialization, public void init method, public void init method. And now for your previously defined two variable, you are going to assign the value. So you are calling your variable. So what are those your previous two variable? Those do not have the value
width and height.
width and height. Okay. So if you want to assign the value for your variable, what is the steps? What is the step? There must be a assignment operator and the value. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
There should be assignment
Yes, sir.
operator and the value. You have to assign the value. Okay. In your case, in this case, you see width and height are the two variables which have already defined, but those do not have the value. So width equal get size dot width. So this is the value. Value mean it will get the size and equal to width. Okay. Height equal get size dot height. So these are the value. So once you complete the remaining coding, you will understand the meaning of this get and get size and the respective width. Okay. Now the next line is set background. What does it mean? Set background. Hello?
Yes, sir. Background color.
Background color. Exactly. For your output or for your applet program, you are going to set the background color dot black. Good idea. So what
Yes,
is
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, here for your output, the background color is black. So here set background color dot black. You will get the black color as a background. Then spectrum. Spectrum is already called color spectrum. Spectrum equal new color n. New color n, number of colors. And now you are going to use what? Iterations. For loop. For int I equal 1. Int mean what? Hello?
Variable.
Variable. Int is the variable.
Type.
Huh?
Data
Data type.
Data type.
I is what?
Wait.
I is what?
Variable name. Variable name.
Okay. Equal.
Assignment.
Okay. 0.
Value.
Value. Okay. So for loop. You are going to use the for loop. So iterations. Number of time your value should be printed. Iterations. Int I equals 0. So I is less than n. N its increment plus I increment. So I hope that you have learned this one in your when you learn this loop, for loop, while loop, and there are different type of loop conditions are there. Okay, so spectrum I equal new color. So this is the inbuilt color set. So they are calling new color equal color dot HSB the color RGB color. I mean, this is the inbuilt the color coding. So we are calling that one. And the related color is called public void paint graphic G. Now you are going to draw your graphic. Graphic means your text message to be printed in your output. Public void paint graphic G in radius. Radius mean what? Radius. What is radius? Hello? All right. Okay. I'll tell you. Radius mean for a circle. Circle from the middle to its edge equal. Radius mean here int is the data type, radius is the variable name, equal width divided by 3. Width is divided by 3. And for int, the previous for loop is called here. And again, we are defining the variable double angle. Angle also the circle one feature. Radius and angle are some of the features of a circle. Angle. So for a circle, there is a predefined formula to calculate this, what you call this angle. So the formula is given equal 2 into method. So they have a formula. They are calling the formula. And now they are assigning the value int x equal int data type int radius into method. They have a predefined formula and they are calling the x and y formulas. X and y, the variable, two variable x and y formulas. Okay. G dot set color spectrum I. So they are setting the color for this spectrum, and now they are going to throw the message G dot throw string. G dot throw string. In our previous case, welcome to Java program. In this case, different color. So in short form, I put it diff color. So when you type whatever the message here, it will be printed as a circle. So okay, now you see G dot throw string diff color and its width and height. So in your previous case, you see, hello, there we put two coordinates, x and y coordinate. You got my point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So in our case, we are calling the previously defined two variable x and y, width divided by 2 plus x, height divided by 2 plus y. You got my point? Previously defined x and y's are called here, x coordinate, y coordinate. So they are in which positions this particular object or particular output should be printed in your display or a output viewer. So after that, you will get this very good, what do you call this, colorful output in your applet viewer or a browser. So this is the hierarchy and the steps to get this output in your applet viewer. What the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so this is another example. Can you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is another kind of example, like spiral, drawing a spiral. So in which position it has to be started and what is the gap between two lines and where it has to finish. So all the parameters we are setting in our applet program. So basically, by using applet program, you are creating graphics or kind of object or kind of lines. So likewise, you can create various kind of applet programs uh, by using this applet coding. Okay. The problem is the applet viewer can support for JDK older versions like JDK 8 or 9 version. Nowadays, the latest versions are available. So like JDK 11, 12, 13, likewise, the latest versions are available. So the latest versions are not supporting for applet viewer. So there is a issue. If you want to run your applet program, and if you want to get the same kind of output in your Java, JDK, I mean, JDK means Java, you have to install the older versions. Otherwise, there are options to get this same kind of output in your later versions by configuring or by doing some other additional stuff. So in the next lecture, we are going to study so how to get the output in the applet viewer, and we are going to deal with some example. Okay, so the ultimate purpose of today's lecture is to give you some sort of the brief idea, the basic hierarchy. So what is the applet program, and what are the methods available in this applet program, and the hierarchy and the root or family of this applet class, and anatomy of an applet class, and different method and how methods are called, and we looked at some of the example of this applet program. The next part is work with this some exercise and an example. Okay. Any doubt? Anything? Any problem? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anything? Do you want to clarify?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, that imports are we are calling under the superclass or subclass?
You have to call the import at the very beginning,
Okay, sir.
not after the subclass or superclass. At the very beginning, you have to start import. You have to import the required packages at the very beginning. So when I saw the example, can you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you see at the very beginning, we are importing the required packages. Import java.applet, import java.awt. After that only the class name is there. Class name in applet, class name is there. Public class, basic applet, extend applet class. After that, the required method, applet methods. Hello?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Anything do you want to clarify? In this example also, you can find the first instance. At the very beginning, you have to import the required packages. Next, the applet class name. Next, you have to use the relevant applet method, whether to print or paint or draw any object in your uh, applet viewer or any what you call browser to display your output. This is the hierarchy. Okay. Anything do you want to clarify? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Anything? Anything do you
No,
want to
sir.
clarify? Okay. So then we will wind up today's session by this level, and we will continue with the remaining exercise and example by tomorrow. And as we already scheduled, do you have any lecture tomorrow? Hello? Hello?
8
There was
o'clock.
morning
maybe 8
session,
o'clock.
sir.
No, I'm asking afternoon.
No, sir.
Normally we are scheduling the lecture afternoon, no? Afternoon, do you have any lecture?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So then please reserve the time for us. I mean, after the 2:30. After 2:30, I will schedule and after I will inform you in the WhatsApp group. So then you can join.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You can reserve the time to 2:30 p.m. onwards. Huh?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. See you then
Thank you,
tomorrow.
sir. Thank you, sir.